One of the things I think is really overlooked is how important it is to have written standard operating procedures. Now, it's not a very exciting topic sometimes to talk about, written procedures, but written procedures are absolutely critical to having a company that has good training and also having a company where you can hold people accountable. In other words, you have a set way of doing things. It's important for a company to look through and decide, how do we do this? How do we cement our wells? How do we set up our rigs? Now, I know that each drill pad is going to be a little bit different. I get that we have different weather conditions, but the basics are always going to be the same. And you can't have a good training program if you don't have written procedures. If you don't have the written procedures, then it's going to completely depend, the training is going to completely depend on who is doing it. So maybe the driller on this rig does it one way, the driller on the other rig does it the other way. Well, that's all well and good until the assistants on those rigs switch. And now all of a sudden you've got an assistant on one rig who's been trained to do things one way, and the driller does it completely opposite way. So it is so critical to make sure that you have written procedures that operations agrees on. Once you've got those written procedures, you can start building your training on top of that. So now you know that when assistants are being trained on two different rigs, that they're going to be trained basically the same way. There's always going to be little tweaks here and there, but the basics of how they're going to be trained are the same. The procedures are going to be the same. So now you can take those people and switch them from one rig to the next, and you're not going to have to worry about retraining them every time they move. So something I think really gets overlooked.